Okay, so we are proceeding ahead with group discussion number 7, and we are proceeding for the GDs of CSL, that is Cochin Shipyard Limited, and we are proceeding for that. Now, GD has 3 main components. One is introduction part, and the second comes the body part, and third is the conclusion part. Normally, only one fellow will get the opportunity to introduce and conclude. Whosoever will snatch will take the opportunity. So that is up to you, how much how expert you are in taking the opportunity. But here, for the practice, what we are trying to do is we are trying to practice it, and so everybody is introducing and everybody is concluding, and body part mein you people are discussing. Try to follow a format which we have for introduction and conclusion, and try to be as attentive as possible during your discussion. You should try to listen to others, try to maintain some kind of eye contacts with them. Even online may you can have that. When you see on the camera and when you observe others, it is quite visible that you people are watching others also. So you can make notes on your copy, but that time you should not much time you should not invest on writing and reading from the pages. You will get pages there. So introduction part is all about how you start the topic and how you give the direction to the discussion. So you people must give some kind of direction to the discussion, and once direction is given, then in the body part you should talk about that. Conclusion is all about what others have said. There are some pet lines of introduction which you should memorize, that will help you to introduce the topic. And then in the body part, it is all about listening others and finding fault with them, correcting them, giving your own points, elaborating on the points. That is body part. And conclusion is what others have said, that is a conclusion. Now very important thing is, like, to make your point strong, you can give examples and all. You can give examples, and you can quote some kind of data if you want. So that is something which is important. And always make one point clear, that you should stick around the topic. You should not deviate from the topic. If you're talking something which is very close to the topic, and if you are participating in the body part, and if you are talking properly, then you will clear the GD session, that GD round. That won't be trouble. It is very simple thing. It is not a difficult task actually. So that is what is all about GD. Any question you want to ask before I give you a topic and we started? Anything you want to ask, or this before we started? Should I give you the topic then?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Yeah, so please write the topic.
Sir, I want to make sure that whether my voice is audible.
Yes, you're audible. You're audible. So please write the topic in your copy. Yeah, please write the topic in your copy. So engineering education is losing its charm. Engineering education is losing its charm nowadays. Engineering education is losing the charm nowadays. That is a topic. So give yourself 2 minutes before I give chance to each one of you to introduce. Okay, so I think Rahul, you can start now.
Okay, good evening, friends. My name is Rahul. I am glad to initiate this topic about engineering education is losing its charm. Like most of the people are now reluctant to take admission in engineering. That is what about the topic. So we have to first analyze the topic in some parts, like why people lost their charm towards the engineering, and also about what will be the what how this affect the engineering education or engineering field. Okay, I will open this discuss to all of you, and we can get a conclusion about this. Thank you.
Okay, Gayathri.
Yes, sir. Sir, can I observe, like, I don't know how to introduce just my name and all.
Okay, so Gayathri, you cannot attend like this every time. This is your second time you don't want to
Yes,
participate.
yes, yes. Yes, sir. Yesterday I lost the connection midway, so I didn't see the introductory part. I saw the conclusion one.
Okay, so you don't want to participate today?
I can participate, sir, but I
So,
want to see how people are doing, so that I can have an idea.
okay.
So can I participate in the last one?
No, either you participate from introduction onward or you do not participate
Yes,
at all.
sir. From the introductory part, I'll participate, but after 2-3 people give, I'll have some idea what they are talking
Sachin, please
about.
proceed ahead now. Sachin. Sachin.
Yes, sir. Good evening, friends. My name is Sachin. I take the opportunity to initiate this discussion. Friends, the topic given to us is engineering education is losing its charm nowadays. In my opinion, the topic is quite interesting and motivational to talk about. Now I invite all of you to participate in this discussion.
Okay, so Charan. Charan.
Yeah. Good evening, friends. My name is Sharan. First of all, I would like to say thank you to all of you for giving me this wonderful opportunity to start the JD. Friends, today we got this topic is today we got the topic is engineering education losing its charm. Yeah, the topic is very quite interesting, and I mean, it is very need to it is very necessary to talk like these topics in nowadays. Broadly, we can divide this topic into why engineering is losing its charm and what is the effect and how we can improve about this. How we can improve the quality in engineering. So I would like to invite each one of you to participate in this discussion. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, now Kiran.
Yes, sir. Good evening, friends. My name is Kiran, and I'm happy and to start this discussion. And the topic is that engineering education is losing its characteristics in nowadays in the present education system. I think this topic is going to be a good topic as that it focuses on the present education system, which will base the future of the nation. So I'm happy to discuss the discussion with my colleagues and the co-mates. So we shall start the discussion.
Okay, Vishnu.
Hello, friends. My name is Vishnu Mohan. I have been given the opportunity to initiate the GD on the topic engineering education is losing its charm nowadays. It's a relevant and interesting topic, and I believe that the GD should be structured in such a way that we should check whether the engineering education is losing its charm, and if it's losing its charm, what are the reasons for it, and what are the suggested ways to mitigate this calamity. And I look forward for everybody's opinion, and I invite everyone to this GD. Thank you.
Okay, Veena.
Good evening, friends. My name is Veena Vijay Kumar. I am glad to take this opportunity to initiate the group discussion on the topic given to us, which is engineering education is losing the charm nowadays. So, in my opinion, this topic is very relevant because this deals with the youth of a country, and especially it is relevant for us as engineering graduates. In my opinion, I mostly agree with this topic because because in society there is a norm that the engineers who are graduating today are having very poor quality, and the quality is deteriorating day by day. So I think we can discuss upon the reasons for this deterioration in the quality, as well as for every problem. As we know, there is a solution. We can also discuss about the various solutions that we can and the opportunities that we can have to improve the quality of engineering education in our country as well as the world. So now I open the house for discussion, and I invite everyone for participating in the group discussion. Thank you.
Yeah, Piyush.
Yes, sir. Good evening to all. I am Piyush Gupta and I take the opportunity to initiate the topic, initiate the discussion. The topic provided to us is engineering education is losing its charms nowadays. Personally, I feel, yeah, it's a quite relevant and quite thought-provoking topic, and I would like to put some points on which we can discuss, like engineering provides you a wider space to participate in different examinations. And earlier we used to have some stereotypes also, like it provides you some aura and status in the society, because earlier we didn't have so many engineers, only few engineers are there. So we can talk on that. And now one more point I would like to add on which we can discuss is lack of good infrastructure and the quality and facilities corresponding to the crowd that we have in the engineering educations. So now I open the house of discussion among all of us, and I hope we all will participate and reach the consensus in the end. Thank you.
Okay, so Mukti.
Hi friends, my name is Mukti Mangal Dev Sharma. I am glad for the opportunity to start the GD. Friends, the topic given to us today is engineering education is losing its charm nowadays. Friends, I think the topic is something which is affecting each and every one of us, since we are all engineers. And I do agree to somewhat level that yes, engineering education is losing its charm, but I think that the main reasons why it is losing its charm is that the syllabus of engineering colleges is mainly outdated, and nowadays I think many fake colleges are starting that are not being approved by the AICTE. Same time, I also think that proper training schemes need to be provided to the teachers of the engineering colleges so that they can teach the students the new and updated technology. So friends, I open the discussion and invite all of you to participate in the GD.
Okay, Gayathri.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hi, friends. I'm Gayathri. I would like to initiate the discussion for the topic engineering education is losing its charm nowadays. Engineering being the most pursued common degree by many students in India, and even the highest number of colleges in India are mostly for engineering. So because of the IT industry boom and also the globalization and world becoming a global village, I think engineering is the reason engineering is the main profession which everybody wants to pursue. But what I need, what I feel is, does India need so many engineers? Is the employment rate really going to affect with these type of with this many people coming out of colleges every year, everything? So I welcome everyone to participate in this discussion and open the room for this. Thank you.
Okay, so I think everybody has introduced the topic, and now we enter into the second part. Unmute all of you now, and we enter into the second round now. This will be 10 to 15 minutes for you, in which you people are to talk to others, listen to others, and try to get some sense out of that topic, entire topic. So make sure that you listen to others also, and do not create chaos, and you put your relevant points also. And then at the end of this, I'll again provide the chance to each one of you for conclusion. So please proceed forward and discuss now this.
So friends, I think that we should not be very.
Yes, guys.
So friends, I think now first we
Yes.
can discuss about the reasons for deterioration in the quality of engineering education in India, in the world as well. So the first reason that I can say is the increase in number of the private colleges, and the main reason is the accreditation given to these type of colleges is done mainly through corruption. Like they give a lot of fund to the government and the accrediting agencies, and no focus is given on the infrastructure available in the private college or about the quality of teachers and the professors there. And this the second reason that I can say is the improper curriculum that is followed. Like more, in my opinion, more focus should be given on practical knowledge rather than the theoretical knowledge. But in the current curriculum, as we know, most of the syllabuses are scripted in such a manner that more like focus is given on theoretical knowledge, and also internships and like apprenticeship must also be given more focus.
Sorry, ma'am, but I think you deviated
Yes,
a little bit from the topic, because the topic provided to us was that we are losing the charm of engineering education, not the quality of the engineering education is deteriorating. So in my opinion, I personally feel that yes, we are losing the charm because we are producing so many engineers in our country, and it's all because the engineering opens a wide scope for you to participate in different examination. And yes, we cannot stop people to take the engineering education. It is only can be sought out with the help of the government, if they provide good quality, so that we can produce good engineers. And the one point which I also like to mention is that it's like a stereotype in our earlier days that yeah, you are engineer, you are aura in the society. So if you are aura, because of this aura and the charm, many students are going inside
So
the
friend,
engineering
I
education.
think what Pius has said that we are losing the
Yes,
charm because huge number of private colleges are there. I don't think it is entirely true. I think that more competition leads to more new problem solving thinking ideas. I just think that proper guidance and training schemes need to be provided to the teachers so that they can guide the engineering students in a much more efficient way. I think that the syllabus should be industrial oriented rather than knowledge oriented, and we should focus on the things, new development that are being happening in the world, like new technologies and new things which are currently coming, so that the
I totally agree with
in that way.
Yes, Mukti, I totally agree with you.
Yes, I completely agree with my friend Mukti.
But personally,
Yes,
I don't
see, while I in my conclusions, I raise three questions basically. Why it is losing and what is the effect? I start with why it is losing. I made some 3 or 4 points here. We earlier what we had is one stereotype is there. I mean, engineering has its own value. So due to family pressure or friend pressure, due to lack of knowledge, it may be all of a sudden everyone shifted to the engineering. So obviously, the number of engineers produced in every year is increasing. So it affects the society, and also maybe the brand name also engineering. So everybody, why this happening means they don't know the knowledge. They don't know the pre-knowledge of what is engineering and what is its value. So everyone is simply going and rolling their names. And second question is what is its effects on the what is its effect? I would like to hear it directly affects the society, because social development is directly proportional to the engineering knowledge. So when the engineers are not good enough to develop, so it directly affects the society, and also it creates a lot of unemployment. Also, there is a lot of options to select the companies for the engineers, and also
You are absolutely right.
But I think that personally, the engineering has not lost its charm to the full extent. It has its own merits. For example, if you see the last exams or any major competitive exams, most of the students are still opting for engineering. They don't want to be a mediocre engineers, I think. They want to get admission in good colleges and be great engineers. I don't think that so
Yes.
we can
Yes, yes,
fully say that
I agree with you.
Definitely agree with that.
I
education is
agree with you
losing
that it is
charm
an
today.
opportunity. The losing charm of engineering is an opportunity. Now, the student which take the engineering will have the full passion. That student only take the engineering. The one who just see the aura. He said, we
Yes.
said that aura taking students doesn't take the engineering. The student with the passion will take the engineering, and that will create more quality engineers. That's an opportunity.
I little bit disagree. I little bit disagree from me because it's
Speaking
not
of
just
aura
it is only
about
the
the
aura
job
because
of
we have so
engineering,
many
I think
engineers in
that
our
I
country.
do
We are producing a
believe
lot
that
of engineers
there
in the
is a
country.
certain aura in engineering, and what is being right now said is that students mostly choose engineering as a line of a profession for its aura. So for that, I think that the whole system needs to be changed that, so that only those students are allowed to take the profession of engineering who has a passion for the job. And for that, I think the proper evaluation needs to be taken, not just theoretical knowledge about the maths,
Yes,
physics,
yes.
But sorry,
chemistry
sir, we
level,
cannot
but
restrain
proper
people
passion
to
for the
taking the
engineering.
opportunity.
Yes.
We cannot restrain the people and the student to only opt for engineering, and we cannot stop them because it is our democracy, it is our right. Whatever field we want to go, we can go. It is good thing that
No,
engineering
but Piyush,
the
I am
But
not
I
government
saying
think
But
that.
I
I
think
think the
The,
institute,
allow you
I
to.
am just
the
saying
point
that proper
Piyush said,
evaluation system needs to be done, not just testing the
but
theoretical knowledge for physics, chemistry, and maths, which I don't think is any more relevant in the scenario right now, since engineering has evolved much more only just about physics, chemistry, and maths, which
but
Yes,
basically
yes,
can I
yes,
say
basically
that
Gupta, I
made the
agree with you.
engineering college
now
However,
the
entrance
students
exam.
are selecting. I would like to say that now the students are selecting their profession, like which they have more views and they have more clear cut ideas if what jobs they want to do. In the young age itself, I think now they are more properly oriented. I know there will be some cases in which they don't have lack such direction, but I think it's better than from the earlier days, and the people are selecting their like engineering with clear cut ideas.
yes, yes,
And
yes, yes.
I think now we should talk
Yeah,
about the solution of this problem. You have
I
put the
totally
points
agree on
about
all of your
why
points
it is
because
losing the charm,
I,
but why now we should talk
think
about the solution, how we can solve it. So we should proceed with the solution why we are losing the charm. And I feel if we produce a quality of engineers, if we create a environment where we are getting a good jobs and we are getting a jobs in the big companies, like now you can see the tech companies of the world are having CEO as Indian. So this thing is motivating the people to become a good engineer, and it is the solution that if our government is also established this giant companies in our country so that we can show to the world that yes,
yes,
Indians are good
yes, I
engineers,
totally
Yes, I
agree
we
with
sort
agree.
you.
out
Of
and
tech
we will agree
companies,
the
I
Totally
do
agree.
believe that
Here,
engineering
yes, I
is
totally
not
agree
only
with
about
your point.
certain
the reason
specific
Because of
IT
corruption,
companies.
because of
I do believe
see,
that the government should also increase the number of companies in the manufacturing jobs, since most of the streams of engineering like mechanical, civil are also linked to manufacturing job, not specific to IT jobs and tech job. Also, we should not get carried away by certain level of CEOs who have achieved everything in their life, mostly outside of the country,
I
so
think
that
Mukti
we
Mangal,
should
I
also
think
I
Mukti,
focus
agree
you
with
about
need
you
to
the
understand.
country as
yes,
a whole.
on this point
Yeah,
because
here I would like
if
to
we look at that,
see first.
most of the electrical engineers or mechanical engineers tend to be earning good salaries, but they are not properly working in their field. They will be working in some IT or most probably another sectors. So we cannot say that they are fulfilling their dreams or their studies. They are doing what they should do.
yes, yes,
Yes,
They
Vishnu
may
yes,
said
be
is
yes,
happy.
I
right.
Yes,
totally agree
Vishnu,
with
I
Vishnu's point.
totally
Here,
agree with you.
here
Most
I
of
would
the
like to
BTech graduates
here I
are
would like to add my own point.
Yes, Vishnu.
See, what happens is our topic is whether engineering is deteriorating its quality. Deteriorating its charm or not. Yes, definitely it is losing its charm in local colleges, but it's not the case everywhere. Like IITs, NITs are performing very well here. But the thing is, the students with the low marks also getting the opportunity to do the engineering. That is not the right, because he don't have a knowledge, he can easily get into a engineering. That's not an I mean logical thinking of our education system. So in this process our government has to think and has to review the policies and have to review the education system. Now the new education system is also coming, so we need to realize, I mean we need to incorporate the syllabus according to the current requirement. That is the main important here. So
So what Charan has
No,
now
no,
just
Charan,
said
no,
that
Charan.
I would
engineering
like to support.
uses
I have
charm in
interjected
India. I
into
do
this.
agree with that, but we should also think same time that in the worldwide level, in the cases of other countries like US and China, I don't think engineering is losing its charm. So I think we should focus on India, why we are losing its charm.
Yeah, it is
that's
not
what I
Yes,
losing
said.
friends,
charm in
I
It's
the
wish
foreign
to
not
add
countries
losing
one
its
point
because
charm.
in
there
this
are
It's
less
regard.
actually losing charm
population and
in
there are
local
less people
colleges,
who are
not in
opting for
IITs
the
and NNTs. That's what I said.
engineering.
Friends, I
Yeah.
think if there is industrial development, then there will be more number of jobs created for engineers, and then I think more people will come forward to take engineering as the stream for graduation.
I
Yes,
totally
yes,
agree to Veena.
Yeah,
And
I
the
would
one
like
reason
to
why
add
my
some points
recent budget,
why it is
in
for
the
the
in the
recent
charm
Veena
budget.
has
nowadays
said,
is
as
the
of like
overpopulation
in the
because we have so much population in our country and many people is going towards the engineer. If we have a control on the population, like if you go for the US and Russia, they are not having so many population. So the less people are going towards the engineering background, and thus they still maintain of the charm. Like Mukti said, in the foreign countries, the charm is still maintained. Why? Because there are less population, less students who are seeking for the engineering background. And
Yes,
since
friend,
we
I
have
agree with
increased,
you.
I totally
Yes, friend, I
No,
agree with you,
no,
but I
I
wish to
partially
say that
disagree with
I wish to
the
interrupt
Piyush
you
point.
once.
Here, the population is not a problem, I think, because
Yes, I also don't
population
agree with the population problem.
can be a
So
gift
what?
for us also.
So
Yes,
what
We
I
should
Charan
agree.
is
I
use
now
it
think
in a
saying, I
population can
agree
be
with
considered
that
as a boon
the
for us
population is a problem.
because
I think that the syllabus needs to be upgraded and a proper evaluation
yes,
should be made at the entrance level only, so that the persons with right passion choose the field of engineering who can lead to us for a healthy and better life, not just
yeah,
the people who are only thinking about
but
the
it
charm
is
of the
going to
yeah.
profession
it
and
is
I would
only
only
like
going
for
to
its
increase the
money. I don't
quality of
think
the
that's the right
education.
kind of
It's
people
not
I
for
would
going
the
to
like to
increase
education
the
support Mr.
system.
charm of
Sharma.
the engineer
I
in
would
our
like
country. It
to
is
support
only
what
going to
Mr.
increase the
Sharma
quality
has
of
told.
engineers.
As of like I would highlight one of the point. I would support Mr. Sharma what Mr. Sharma has said. Like engineering should focus on the real time existent problems. See, instead of focusing on absolute learning, like in 1990s, they used to focus on innovation. But in 2020 and in the present existence, we have to cope up with the real time existence. That means we have to update ourselves. So the engineering education also should be updated as of like what Mr. Sharma ji has said. Like the engineering should be, I mean, when there is balance with the, when there is a proper balance between the real time problems and what we are learning, then the student will automatically will cope up with real time existence, and the new innovations will be automatically they will be self starting. Like many startups will be coming as of like that. The Japan, the present country is leading in its innovations because they're funding in their they are much funding in their education system, and they are encouraging it, because the main reason for that is the funding has been increased, and the engineering and education system is also modifying according to the problems. Innovations has been done. So I think that education should be relative to the existence, like real time existence, so that we can cope up with the real time
Speaking
existence.
about funding, I think that more money should be put into the research and
But can I say that
development sector
the
of the engineering
topic,
field, so that right problems can be found out in the right time,
I think
like
many
the
people are
I,
deviating
but
from the
vaccine of
topic because
I
topic
think
is
that
why
we are
it's losing
deviating.
charms nowadays. Yes,
Yes,
we are
we
deviating
are
from the topic.
deviating from
It
the
is just
topic. That's
why
the
we are
main point.
losing the charm of engineering, and we
And we
are talking about the quality of engineering.
quality of
So
engineering. That's the
yes,
problem.
exactly. We should talk about that.
That
Like
Yeah,
yes,
Piyush,
Mukti said
I
that
would
updated
say
syllabus.
because
yes,
of
Piyush,
the
I agree with you.
even if we say about the population
We are
problem,
deviating from the
that
topic.
doesn't
We need to come back.
contribute the charm. We are not talking about the losing the charm, even if the population and that all the things doesn't matter here. We are saying about the engineering losing its charm and how, why, and how should we mitigate it. The topic we
Yeah,
have, that's the thing.
yes, the main reason is the graduated engineers are now shifting from their career and choosing another career. So when the society looks at an engineer, he is not doing the job he tend to be. He doing another job where another degree is eligible. So this way the society shifted now talk that that
Yes, yes, I totally,
he is BTech.
yes,
He
I
is
totally
BTech. Then
agree
I
with the
totally agree with Rahul.
BTech is
Yes, I
equal to
agree with you.
jobless. That is now the scenario in the India. Most of
And
the
it is all
scenario like
because of lack
yes,
of
yes,
jobs
Rahul.
we
Yeah,
have in
Rahul
the
yeah.
made it a
engineering
very good
field. So
point
many
here.
people go
I
for the
also,
bank
I
and
would
the
like
PO
to give
exam
an
and the
example.
SSC exams because lack of jobs we have in the engineering background. It is the
But
main
we
reason.
can I say that there are SSC jobs in which there are engineering is a requirement like UPSC,
But with very
IES.
less seat, not so much, not
But
corresponding to the population we have in the engineering
Yes, yes.
background.
but we should think about the quality of the engineers. No, the one should fight it out. Like we know that India is a country with huge population, and there are good engineers, but in that sectors we need great engineers. So I believe
Yes,
that even
Yes,
though the
yes, yes.
I
competition is
think
tough,
Yes, Vishnu, here I would like to say one point here. As Rahul said, yeah, here I would like to add one more point here.
Okay, I think
yes,
now
if we produce
we
a
go
good
for
engineer.
conclusion now. So I start with Rahul. Rahul, please conclude the discussion.
okay, friends, the discussion is coming to an end. I like to conclude my discussion. This topic is a relevant and interesting topic because we should discuss about this. The charm of the engineering is now decreasing. That was about the topic. Everyone said about why this charm is decreasing. Someone said quoted that the quality of engineers has been decreased. So they said they focus on that. The quality also affected this charm decreasing, and also jobless people after graduate, that also decrease the charm. And also I add that this charm, less of charm in engineering is also an opportunity because now the one who take the engineering degree is not because of that shining of the engineering. He take the engineering with his passion. So the quality of engineers also decreases. So losing the charm is a better opportunity to rise with a giant leap to the charm with quality. So I like to conclude this with these points, and I learn a lot about this topic. Thank you.
Now, yes, Sachin.
Okay, friends, I take the opportunity to conclude the discussion. Friends, though we had good discussion, we couldn't make concessions. Some of we say that engineering losses its aura, but some others says that no, it is not because of losing its charm, because of its aura. But we don't discuss about the lack of job opportunities after completing the engineering. That's it.
Okay. Now, Charan.
Yeah. First of all, I would say thank you to all for participating, and I have a great time. Now I take the opportunity to conclude this wonderful discussion, and also some of my friends had focused on some of points. As Piyush said, the population might be a problem. I don't think the population is a problem, because population we can convert it as our gift also. And as Vishnu said, the aura create the problem. Yeah, maybe that is the right, because of lack of knowledge. As Mukti said, as Mr. Mukti said, he also pointing out how we can improve the quality of education. I mean, how we can increase the charm of education by training the teachers and training the institution, improve the laboratory. That's a good point, I guess. So here, as a overall, we had a good discussion, and it is very necessity to talk like this topic in nowadays. So so finally, I want to conclude this discussion. Thank you.
Okay, Kiran.
Yeah, I'm happy to be part of this conversation, and I would like to conclude this discussion by saying that engineering never loses its charm. The thing is that the path should be traced up to cope up with the existence. Like it has its importance according to the generations. The thing is that the coming engineers should focus. If they focus, then automatically the engineering also will be it will be lightening up. Like the main point is engineering never loses its charm. It has its importance. If engineering loses its charm, then all the innovations and the inventions and the total existence will come to an end. So it has its importance. The thing is that what we are leveling up, what we are, everyone should think about their standards. So if everyone realizes that standards, then obviously then it will have its importance. Thank you for giving this chance. Thank you, everyone.
Vishnu, unmute yourself.
First of all, I think we had a great discussion, and even though we couldn't reach a common consensus point, many ideas were introduced by my colleagues. Many of them said that the quality of the engineering education should be improved, the selection procedures should be more constrained, and the people should be closely monitored, and their interest should be made known whether before choosing the engineering education as a profession. And I believe that many ideas were discussed, and personally, I don't believe that engineering has lost its charm all to the whole extent. I believe there is still hope, and I think this topic is great for a further discussion. And I thank you for everybody's ideas and contribution to this GD. Thank you.
Okay, Veena.
Okay, friends, now we have reached the conclusion part of group discussion. Although at the beginning I was of the opinion that we would be reaching a fruitful conclusion to our discussion, but actually we were not able to reach at a proper consensus. Some of us have pointed out that earlier there was a notion that engineers and doctors are the most intelligent people, and most of the parents would send their children in that area. But nowadays that concept has changed, and one of the main reason for the loss of charm in engineering education is, I think, the engineers who are graduating are most of them are jobless, or they are trying for job in non-technical in the non-core subjects. So I think if that scenario changes, then the engineering education won't lose its charm. Thank you.
Okay, Piyush.
Okay, sir. Okay, friends, let me take the opportunity to conclude our discussion. And I personally feel it was a really fruitful discussion, and I hope we all learned so much from this. So yes, we all reached to the consensus that yes, engineering education is losing its charm in our country. And we come up with a solution also. Like Mukti said, we have to update the syllabus. Yes, it is right, we have to update the syllabus so that we can come up with the new technologies, we can learn to the new technologies, and we will produce a really good engineers so that our juniors will see a good engineering background in our country, a good engineers who are serving to our country, so it can be a motivation for them. Then the charm can be again can happen in between us again. And like Veena said, we need for a more infrastructure in our country, because if we have a good infrastructure, it is the same point that yes, we will come out with a good engineers which eventually motivate others to take the engineering background studies, and the charm will regain again. So now I would like to end the conclusion part. Thank you.
Okay, Mukti.
So friends, I am glad for the opportunity to summarize the GD. I think we had a nice exchange of idea, though heated sometimes, but I think we believe that yes, engineering education is losing its charm, though the reasons for it are different for many of us. Like Piyush said, more competition, which is why charm is less. So Charan said that the proper evaluation in the starting of the line of engineering, and Veena said that more jobs leads to more charm. So I think we had a fruitful exchange of ideas. Thank you.
Okay, and then Gayathri.
Yes. Hi, friends. I would like to conclude the session by saying It is just a phase where everything goes here and there, but I feel like engineering education is it is a very uh, good degree because as rightly pointed out by everybody in the discussion, that we just have to brush up on our practical knowledge, and that will make for everything, be it employment rate, be it the quality of education, be it the lack of exposure, everything. So I would say that engineering education is losing its charm nowadays, but eventually I think it will pick it up in the long run. Thank you.
Okay, so let me give you now feedback of each one of you and what we should talk in this particular topic. I'll give you marks in three categories, three sections separately, like introduction, body, and conclusion. And little bit about your feedback, what you have discussed. So as per these marks, you should get start getting more than 6. 6 is the base level, and if it is less than 6, that means you need to come to 6, because there's a base level, and each section you need to perform. So 7, 7, 7 in each section may be better option, but you need to come to that particular level soon. So if I talk about Rahul, then Rahul gets 5, 6, and 6. 5 in the introduction. So Rahul, you need to memorize those standard lines which I've told you many times. Please revise those standard lines. They're very, very important. And body may today you participated, and conclusion also you provided. First of all, many of you, when some statement is given to you, ask yourself, do you agree with the statement or not? It may be that statement, you can disagree with the statement also if you feel that way. You can partially agree with the statement, you can largely agree with the statement, you can largely disagree with the statement. So engineering education is losing charm nowadays. You need not to agree with the statement if you don't feel like. Maybe you can partially agree, maybe you can add new dimensions into that. So majority of you were actually agreeing with the statement and then debating, talking. This is up to you. If you feel like, no, I don't want to agree with this statement largely, or to some extent it may be true but not otherwise, you can take your own stand. So in these kind of statements where there's a question involved, actually whether it is correct or not, you can take your own stand. So Rahul, this is what your score. Then Gayathri 5, and then in the second part you have not participated in the body, and then conclusion also 5. Sachin, for you 4 in the introduction, then body part I will not give you because you did not participate, and then 5. Similarly, Charan 5, 7, and 6. Kiran 5, and then 6.5 and 6.5. Vishnu, I'll give you 5, 6.5, and 6.5. Veena, I'll give you 6, 6, and 6. All the three. You will get 6 in each section. Piyush 6, 6.5, and 6.5. And Mukti, I'll give you 7, 7, and 7. So this is how I will rate each one of you. Gayathri, you should conclusion you should not add something new. Conclusion should always be what you have discussed. There should not be anything new in the conclusion. Sachin, you have to memorize a couple of lines, the structure which I told you. I've already shared 3 videos: how to start GD, how to conclude GD, how to enter in GD. Please listen those 3 videos. They're very, very relevant videos. And if you remember a couple of lines in the beginning, and if you get opportunity to introduce, you can get an edge. So those couple of lines you have to memorize. Charan, you need not to thank other people for giving you opportunity, because nobody is going to give you opportunity. You have to snatch the opportunity there. So friends, let me take the opportunity to initiate the discussion. This is how you have to start. Not I am thankful to all of you for giving me opportunity. Nobody is going to give you opportunity. Then don't comment on others in the conclusion, Charan. Don't say that he said this, but it should not be like this. Conclusion is not about that. That is a body part. In the conclusion, you have to simply say what others said. You are not to comment on what others said. So Charan, try to give some kind of direction, like we should discuss why we are losing the charm and what is the solution to this. In fact, I will go in the direction that, friends, the topic given is this. It is looks like controversial because many of us may agree to this statement, many may not agree to this statement. So first of all, I think we should discuss it in the line, whether do we agree, are the students losing charm in engineering education, or is it that they're getting interested in particular trades of engineering, let's say computer science or IT, and not getting inclined for other conventional mother branches of engineering. So you could have talked like that. Kiran, you did not give any direction, but a couple of initial lines you said, though you did not said anything related to the topic much. And I think you said your people are not losing charm. If I'm not wrong, you said that. Vishnu is the, I think, only person who said that whether are we losing the charm, we should see that and what are the reasons for that. And he also said in the body that I don't think we are losing charm. So I think Vishnu has mentioned something related to that. Veena talked about quality. So she kept on talking about the quality of engineering education in the colleges and accreditation. So she mentioned about the corruptions and all these things, I think, if I'm not wrong. So these things are not to be told, it's a deviation from the topic. So why the quality is poor in engineering education, that is a topic. And I think Piyush commented you also that it is deviation from the topic. So yes, you need not to deviate from the topic. Then Piyush said, okay, the aura of engineering as a profession or something. That means you were trying to say that rat race now, which earlier used to be there, now that rat race is missing, and that's the reason now people are not going. Later on, even Rahul said that now that rat race is missing, so only the deserving people who really want to do engineering as per their temperament, they are entering into this. So that was what Piyush said. And Mukti talked about syllabus upgradation. These are the things and syllabus he talked about. Mukti, when you start in the body part and somebody interrupts, don't stop. The moment you have started, you just keep on speaking with the pace. Don't show, much this thing. You need not to follow those etiquettes. Actually, it's a GD going on, so you have to follow. You need to speak with a particular pace. So this is all about your feedback. And let me tell you about the topic. See, topic, friends, given is engineering education is losing charm nowadays. So in these kind of statements, you can always take a side. You can always say, friends, the topic given today for the discussion to us is engineering education is losing the charm nowadays. So friends, I don't agree with the statement largely. Engineering is evergreen profession and it has its charm even today. So let's go a couple of years back to realize why we think we are losing the charm. There was mushrooming of the universities and colleges which was substandard in quality and providing engineering education. Soon the students and parents realized that doing engineering from such institute may not be useful because you may not get career and you end up spending money. So now students and parents are aware enough to send their kids only to those colleges which are quality colleges, and they are not only surviving. But as far as the charm is concerned, it is still there. Yes, there is more inclination of now students and parents for particular trades, and I think that is what we can discuss. So friends, I open the house for discussion now, and we should discuss that now engineering education, in which direction there's a inclination of parents and all, and how we can inculcate the interest in people, and how they can get interested in all kind of profession trades in the engineering profession. So you can divide it in that direction and you can discuss. After that, you can tell that yes, charm can never be, you can never lose the charm, because IT revolution was that time also. Today also, the new technology, when you talk about jobs, are even today the jobs are in engineering profession. You name any other profession, engineering is having more jobs. Today the job market is shifting over, if you go to 1990s, the job market was towards IT. If you take today, then it is towards data science, data analytics, machine learning, artificial intelligence, IoTs, industry 4.0, and these kind of jobs. So still there's a jobs are in these domains. So always the the particular job market shifts in particular skills, in the direction of particular skills, and those skills you have to acquire. Even today, mechanical engineer, chemical engineer, electrical engineer is equipping himself with data science kind of techniques and getting into the job market. And there is nothing wrong in that. So it is an evergreen profession, and yes, it will never lose its charm. But yes, the direction of people pursuing skills in this profession will always keep on changing. That's a kind of side you could have taken and pursued in that direction. So through this topic, I wanted to tell you that you can take a side. You can take a side and you can put your point. You may not agree with others, others may not agree with you, but you can take a side. Now over to you. Anything you want to say or ask?
So I want one question to ask, like here we can know the name of the participants, but in the actual GD, we will know only the name of the person who is starting the debate. Then sir, how we can address someone in the
This number
conclusive part?
actually. There's a number 4, number 5. But even if you don't know the name, you can always say my co-participant said this, that, and there you will be physically sitting, so you need not to name anybody. Like I'm addressing you right now and I'm talking to you without naming you. So you can always talk to others when you are doing GD physically. Then you can show your gesture, posture, eye contacts, and you can talk to others.
So, but in the conclusion part, like a phone number said something,
You
and
will not name. You will say some of the participants were of this opinion. One of the members said this, another member said this. That way you can conclude.
Okay, sir.
Right. So you see, there are videos. Please watch those videos, and whatever topic I give you, do analysis after each of the discussion where you have done wrong. Memorize those couple of lines so that you can do good practice. We will have many number of GDs we can do. There is no limit, but you should learn with each. And there's a lot of content on the panel of YourPedia. Please see that content and put it in a copy, write in your copy. And maybe you have got the document of Cochin Shipyard Limited. So that document you start going through now. Read that document before you pop up in HR round and prepare well in the direction. Fine.
Okay,
Sir, I want to ask one question here. Sir,
So
how to
are these questions related to GD only?
Yes, GD only, sir.
Yes.
Sir, how to overcome the starting trouble?
Just wrote memorize couple of lines.
Like what you said in the.
Yeah. See, good evening, friends. My name is Charan, and I take the opportunity of the
Exactly.
And if you wrote memorize them and start the discussion, you will get a mileage. Right?
Yes, sir. That's what I feel today. Yes, sir.
Do it. The rest is no problem. Okay, chalo, I see you in the next GD then, and just revise. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.